Hi all, welcome to another video. I have done two live videos in my YouTube channel. One is an introductory video and another one is why value investing and why you should consider it. And this is my first recorded video that I am going to post. And today I am going to talk about my investing journey started from June 2020 until last month, that is June 2025, right? So it's a 5 year journey that I am going to talk about, and some of the important key takeaways from these 5 years, right? What are the learnings that I had from investing in stock market? So I thought I will discuss all that in today's video because when I see YouTube, right? You know, most of the new investors came to market post pandemic, right? Post the lockdown started, the inflow of retail investors to the market is immense. So I feel it's time to talk about uh, the rewards, the returns that these investors had during the past 5 years. We have seen everything, right? I mean, there was wars, inflation issues, geopolitical tensions, market rallied, then plateaued, then again rallied, then there was some correction. So during past 5 years, we have seen many cycles, and it's a good time to talk about all that and how you as an investor made progress in this 5 years, right? So I will be discussing all that. So before starting, I would like to start with how I started investing in stock market. Right? I mean, before 2020, I had no exposure to stock market. I didn't know anything about market. Basically, I have no idea. Right. So I started with I checked in Google. I mean YouTube, and I started with the video of Rachna Ranade. Uh, I'm sure many of you know her, right? The beginner level, I think the video is like stock market for beginners. I think it's still the number one most watched video in her YouTube channel. It's more than 1 hours. I started with that particular video. After watching that, I got a good understanding about the basic market terminologies and how does market works. But that's not enough. But that video gave me a good start to my stock market investment journey, right? Later on, I'm sure many of you know Sharik Shamsuddin, right? Who is right now he's the founder and CEO of Market Feed Company, a trading company. Uh, so he has a YouTube channel, Sharik Shamsuddin, that is in Malayalam. So he also started the stock market course for beginners. I mean, the ultimate stock market course during March 2020. So I started following his video as well. So even if you go and see, there is a complete watch list starting from the basic till the advanced trading and everything. He covered everything about stock market. So I watched his entire video series, and I got to know so many things about stock market. Parallelly, I started investing in the month of June 2020. So if you know, in my previous video, I already told you that my first stock market investment was Federal Bank on June 2020, right? It was trading around 45 to 50 rupees. Uh, I also bought Tata Motors. So, firstly, I just want to give you a disclaimer. Whatever the stock names that I am talking about in this video is not an investment advice. It's only for reference purpose. Those when I have to talk about my investing journey, I may need to talk about some names, right? But these are not in my investment advices. So yeah, I invested in Tata Motors, Federal Bank, Tata Power. There are so many stocks at the beginning, like during 2020 June, I invested. I had no idea about fundamental analysis of stock market, how to pick stock. I basically selected stock that at that point of time based on recommendation. Whoever is talking about different stocks, I just go ahead and see what this company does, and basically right away buying that stock. Slowly I understood about blue chip companies, companies with good profit margin, good business model, big companies, good management, right? So slowly by the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, I slowly started buying good quality companies, right? Basically big banks and big IT companies. I know, I'm sure you know which companies I'm talking about, right? So I started focusing on blue chip companies, and as you know, the market rallied from the second half of 2020 until October 2021, right? And I gained immensely from that gain as well. But there were mistakes that I did. I will talk about my mistakes in another video because there are so much of learning from those mistakes. This is purely about my investing journey in the last 5 years, right? So by October 2021, then another one and a half year, market didn't go anywhere, but I continued to invest. So I was uh, constantly reading about market, watching videos. I was completely passionate about stock market investing. Due to some reason, I don't know, I was very curious. I was, you can say that I was completely addicted to the market, right? So I was continuously learning. So I never go ahead and bought any stock that are momentum at that point of time, right? Giving it's coming in news and giving good returns to investors or whatever, like short term bets and things like that. I always focused on good quality companies, and I always added every month whatever is possible. So during 2021 and 2022 throughout, I constantly added good quality companies to my portfolio, and my portfolio started increasing. And though the market is not moving, few stocks gave me some good returns. The journey continued, and 2023 by March or April, I assume again the stock market picked up momentum, right? So whatever stocks I had invested started rallying again. So during this journey, I started learning about fundamental analysis. I started reading annual reports of good quality companies, especially Hindustan Unilever, ITC, uh, few of the Reliance. Right, I thoroughly enjoyed reading annual report. Not entirely, I would say, but mainly the management commentary, the introductory part of the CEO's message, the chairman's message, and the products that they are. So if you take Hindustan Unilever, right, they have vast list of products that they sell. So which are the categories that are generating good revenue for the company? So I was thoroughly enjoyed reading the annual reports of these companies, because the products that these companies are selling are the day-to-day products that we use. So basically I continued on that journey. uh, yeah, once the market picked up momentum, I started getting good returns as well. So yeah, I mean, then I thought, yeah, great. I mean, I am earning good money from the market. All my bets are, not all, most of my picks were giving, I would say most of my picks doubled during that entire rally from 2023 and mid to 2024, right? Even after 2024 end. But due to some reason, some personal emergency came. I had to sell few stocks in the middle. So I sold more than 60-70% of my portfolio at the end of 23 and at the beginning of 2024. I made some good returns. Like I said, many stocks doubled and tripled, right? Then as my learning grew, right, I started picking up new stocks which are small in size, right, with good business model, good management, good profit ratio. So I was able to pick small companies as well, and I started putting small amount of money just to try how my analysis is going on, right? So I started doing this at the beginning of 2024, and what I saw was a great result. Few companies where I did good fundamental analysis, thorough research, has given me good returns. Again, I'm not talking about the blue chip stocks, I'm talking about small companies. So I started getting better as an investor. I feel confident that I can actually make money from the market. This happened starting from 2024, I'm talking about. So this is after 3.5 years, 4 years of continuous learning, that we should not that you should not forget, right? And I forgot to mention one thing, that I also thoroughly enjoyed reading Saroda's Varsity, where it's a text-based platform where you can read about fundamental analysis, technical analysis, futures and options, everything, right? So I thoroughly enjoyed reading Saroda's Varsity, and I learned a lot from their course as well. So all these put together, I became extremely confident as an investor. Uh, so yeah, throughout 2024, I added. I also understood that you should not add so many stocks into your portfolio, especially when you know that you can make money from concentrated bets. If you have that confidence, you can actually bet on few companies. Of course, uh, you need to when I say concentrated, uh, you need some diversification in terms of sectors, right? You should not put all the money in one sector, but I would say you don't have to invest in many companies of one sector, right? If you can pick one company, one good company from one sector, and if you can invest in 3 or 4 sectors which are booming, I won't say booming, but the companies are booming, right? They are giving good, they have good business model, and they are having good management. I would say a concentrated bet would be good for you to make good returns. So at the end of this video, I will talk about my learnings from past 5 years. But so by the end of 2024, I became extremely confident that I can pick good companies and I can invest, and my conviction level has started increasing. And at the beginning of 2025 also, if you see, starting from 2025, the market again corrected 10-15 percentage. My stocks also, like I said, I invested in some small companies, and they also corrected very much, like 30%, 40%. But my I never lost my conviction. I know that these stocks are really good. It's just a matter of time, it will turn around. And I stayed on those stocks. I never sold those stocks, because I am very much uh, aware that these companies will come back. And post March, right, whatever you if you see, the 40% drawdown became zero. These those stocks which corrected more than 30-40% came back, and right now I can say that it's break even, or maybe 5 to 10%. It's because small companies are volatile. It's trading between minus 10% and 0%. But that's what conviction. That's how conviction helps you, right? Because if you don't have conviction and if you panic, you sell at 40% drawdown, that then you are definitely going to lose money. So if I have to summarize, 2020, 2021, I was randomly investing, right? Random companies without any basis, without any fundamentals. Big, by the mid of 2021, I would say, yeah, from March 2021 till end of 2023, I focused on investing in blue chip companies, high quality companies. I never focused on anything else. I was thoroughly learning about the fundamental analysis and thoroughly learning about the market structure, how you can make better returns out of the market, right? Slowly started from 2024. I started investing in small companies where you know the business model and you think that you can make better returns compared to a blue chip company, right? I started doing that. I continue to do that even now, right? So if I have to talk about 2025 June, right? I am in a good space as an investor. So many companies that I have invested during the past 5 years gave me good returns. Some of them didn't perform well. Like I said, I will talk about it in my upcoming video. But and I am not attributing my result to only to my ability, because I know that the market rallied like anything, right? So I was lucky that I was able to ride some of that. Hence, if I look back, that was a best decision, to start investing in the market uh, during 2020 June, right? I was able to get the entire. So if you see, like when I started, I think it was this market was around the Nifty was around 8,000 or 9,000. Right now it's around 25,000, right? So that was a crazy run, and yeah, that's how the journey was. I am looking forward to learn more and looking forward to find some quality companies and planning to invest long term. And finally, when I look back, there are few key points that I thought I should, like a key takeaways, right? That I should discuss with you. The number one takeaway that I would say is that market will reward the patient investor, right? If you don't have patience, then it's very hard to make money from the market. So that's again boiling down to my second point, which is think long term. You can't make money only if you think for next 6 months or 1 year, right? Stock market is cyclical. There were extended days of zero returns, negative returns, and as and when India grows, good quality companies will definitely give good profits, and that will eventually reflect in the stock price as well. So if you want to make good returns, say conservative returns from the market of 12-13%, you have to be invested for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. That's minimum. If you can think forever, that's best, right? That's how we should invest. But I'm talking about a bare minimum, right? So patience, thinking long term, these are a must for stock market investors. And thirdly, I would say, if you want to make more money, right, you have to invest more money. If you are merely putting 50,000, even if you get 4x in 2 years, 4 times, your money will be only 2 lakh, right? Instead, if you are putting 25 lakhs, that 4x becomes 1 crore. So that's the difference, right? So to make more wealth from the market, you need that much money. So I would suggest, including me, we have to get that corpus to invest. So there are no shortcuts from my understanding. There are no shortcuts. We have to work really hard, upskill ourselves, and get uh, more money from our job or business, and then invest. Business means, of course, you can reinvest into your business if your business is thriving. But for people who are salaried, right, try to upskill ourselves and get good salary from our job and then invest that money into stock market. So it's a 5 year 10 year minimum journey, because that to get building that corpus takes time, right? Only through big corpus we can make big wealth. So that is my third key takeaway. And the fourth point is you can actually beat index if you study individual stocks thoroughly and invest judiciously, right? When I say index, I'm talking about the Nifty or BSE Sensex, right? So Nifty averaged around 13-14%. But if you can pick good quality stocks and invest at right valuations, you can actually beat that 13-14%. Probably you can get about 20% as well, right? Under if your stock selection is good, really good. So you can beat index, but not easy. uh, you need to be extremely knowledgeable about picking the right companies, but it is very much possible. And lastly, I would say that is market is always right? Because people say I invested in good companies, but even after 3-4 years, it gave me no return, right? There are companies, if you see, last 5 years gave me zero return, right? I have invested in that company also. There are many such companies, but there are few uh, who gave zero returns in past 5 years. Good companies, right? So people complain about it, but we can't do anything about that, right? Market is at the end, market is right. If market is not uh, paying attention to such stocks, we can't do anything about that. So it's always better to listen to market. uh, and if the company that you have invested has given zero return for the past 5 years, but year after year, if the company is giving good results, good profit, it's just a matter of time. It delivers, the stock delivers good returns, right? So we have to be patient about that. There are so many examples where stock didn't do anything for 5 to 10 years, and after that, it it became 5x or 10x in next 4 or 5 years, right? So yeah, market is always right. We have to be aware of that and invest judiciously. Uh, so if I look back, it's always worth investing in stock market, but we have to be mindful of the fact that it's not a place where you can get quick returns, especially when you are putting big amount of money, right? Don't look for quick returns. Wait long enough to get that extra reward. So it's always worth investing in the market, is what I learned from my past 5 years, and looking forward to explore more opportunities in the market. uh, and like I said, in my next video I'll be talking about my failures, or my learnings from the mistakes that I made, and also few of my winners in the portfolio. Till then, take care. Bye bye.